Hey everybody, welcome back. It's another Whiskey Quickie, and today we're looking at our friends over from Woodinville
in Washington.
Yeah, we haven't really talked or done a lot with them in a while. Somebody that doesn't know, we've had a long relationship standing with Woodinville. We actually have, I think, an almost 9-year-old barrel in our inventory.
Yeah.
Might be saving for a special occasion.
Yeah, last time we asked for more. They said no, so we just moved on. They didn't want us. So.
Hey, if you want us to come back and pick barrels, we'll be more than happy to do it. But this is one of their oldest expressions that have ever released, and this is Woodinville's 8-year-old bourbon. And so part of the story behind this is that if you did listen to our This Week in Bourbon episode, we talked about how they had 8 different types of barrels they refilled with their bourbon. And they spent 4 years trying to figure out which is the one they wanted to go with. They really liked this one, which was a heavy toast, light char, 24-month air-dried seasoned stave. However, it didn't have the qualities that they wanted, so they let it age an additional 4 years. And now, here we are.
Is it American oak? French oak?
American oak. American
Gotcha.
oak is what I'm understanding here. But it is now 8 years old, 100 proof, and has an SRP of $140.
All right. Well.
But the color on this thing,
oh yeah,
we don't rate color, but the color from the bottle compared to pretty much everything else we were reviewing today, well, man,
it's like molasses.
It's dark. It looks awesome. Nice little color on there. But let's go ahead, dive in with the nose. It almost is like a slight grainy tinge to it, maybe.
Yeah, you definitely smell the grains, but I always get this with Woodinville. It's like that Dutch apple pie kind of nose, like fresh out of the oven, fresh dough, like that baked fresh dough. You do smell a little bit of the distillate on there still.
Yeah, even at 8 years old, it's kind of crazy. But let's go ahead, see about the taste.
Okay. So like on the front palate, you get that corny, grainy kind of notes, but then it moves into that apple pie, creme brulee, and on the finish, it's just like this nice, toasty, like wormy, like oaky profile that I really like.
Yeah.
It's, so if you're one that likes like tasting, the grains and the actual distillate, and you don't want just the oak to be the star, this is a nice transition from like that graininess to some sweetness, and then the oak just explodes on the back palate.
Yeah, and don't get us wrong, when we talk about graininess, it's not that twang or that type of flavor profile that we usually steer away from in craft whiskeys. We're just like, this is no good. In fact, it's one of those things that it's kind of a subtle flavor into it.
Yeah,
that kind of gives a fun dynamic that you probably never had before in a really older whiskey.
Yeah, you can kind of taste like, it's like when we say taste the grains, you're like tasting like almost like cereals and bread and those types of notes, like that fresh pastry type of notes. But then it moves into this nice oak profile in the back finish.
Yeah, because it is a mature whiskey.
Mature,
if that's what we're going to call it, right?
Yep.
Well, let's go ahead and let's rate it. So on the nose, how you feeling?
Sideways on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the taste?
Sideways. I mean, there's some things missing for me. There's some things that are awesome about it. It's just a little off balance for me.
Okay. That's fair. And on the finish?
That's my favorite part. The finish is great. I mean, it's just this nice toasty oak, a lot of like deep, rich flavors. It's really nice. It's still sitting on the back of my tongue. The finish is my favorite part.
Oh, good. I'm glad it is your favorite part.
Yeah.
It's usually my favorite part, too.
It's the last. So
it is.
Finished it off the right way.
Well, let's go ahead. And that's in our review of Woodinville's 8-year-old bourbon release. With that, cheers, everybody. See you next time.
Toodles.